It's the Jeff Adams Show.
The Jeff Adams Show is
live from Lakeland, Florida. It's the Jeff Adams Show.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by...
The JA Creative phone lines are sponsored by Backbone Radio. Call in today at 818-927-6205.
Absolutely.
Give it up. It's the Thursday show. The Jeff Adams Show live.tv. That's what we do. If you guys over and stream up, come over to jeffadamshow.tv. Quit. Most of those people are Asian, Chris. They're on stream up over there. So I don't know how to translate that.
Maybe we need to hire an intern.
Yeah. RC Chris in the house, producer of the show, holding it down. We were chit-chatting during the pre-show, so I feel like I don't have to do proper introductions. But for people on demand, sometimes I'm rude because we were already talking pre-show.
Yeah.
And if you wonder what the pre-show is, you should come join us live and check us out. We have some good conversation. Crazy day, action-packed day, actually, here at the jeffadamshow.tv. Lots going on. Man, the phone lines are already blowing up with special people on hold, and we'll get to them in a moment. Yeah, we are live on JA Creative New Media Network. You can hear us on Live 365, Tune In, and Spreaker, and Blog Talk Radio as well. We're live right now. A lot of places, radio.
Yeah.
And video, we are at the jeffadamshow.tv. You might see us on Ustream or Stream Up or YouTube Live or Vaughn TV. Come over to the jeffadamshow.tv. Watch the live video feed there. That's how we can pay some bills and interact in the chat there. It's very, very important. That's why I always say come over to the real party, because that keeps us on the air when we get those numbers over at our website. So thank you very much for the people that do come to the site for demand shows and live shows. Lots of going on today. Boy, aggressive caller today.
Aggressive caller.
Keeps calling 24/7.
Yeah, it's good.
But dude, first of all, Chris, I want to acknowledge you for just the endless hard work you put in for the company, man. I said something on Twitter last night. But it's good to find people, like I speak for John too, when you're building and launching a company, surround yourself with people that are better than you and have the same drive and passion to be successful. So thank you for all you put in for the show, man.
Oh, thank you.
And overall the company. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for that.
So with that, I mean, we've got fun shows. It's fun when you can do, prep and actually prep for a show the right way without worrying about the switch is broke on something and it's not working properly. Boy, is that frustrating. It sucked the life out of it. What is this guy doing? Matt Baxter, we will get to you in 1 second. Okay. I know you're eager to talk to us, but we will get to you. Just give us a second. All right? We love you, Matt. We'll get to you in a second.
How can they call in since Matt Baxter's blown our line?
That's right. We also have a phone line, 818-927-6205. You can interact with the show there as well. And we love phone calls. And sometimes we think our phone systems are broke, but then Matt Baxter proves us all wrong, or Bubba Bo Beard. If we can get other callers besides Bubba Bo Beard and Matt Baxter from time to time, we might be a show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We might.
So we're thankful for the phone line, sponsored by Backbone Radio. They hooked us up with this beautiful phone line, 818-927-6205. So thanks to Backbone. And props to you guys. We love you. So action-packed, dude. Man, did you... we didn't really get to talk about it yesterday because we had a lot going on. Mm-hmm. But, dude, Michelle Obama. What is the deal with this, man?
I don't know. To be honest, I do not know what's wrong with that woman. To be straight up honest, I don't know. I really do not know what is wrong with that woman. To be honest, she made it. If you think about it, she made it. She's living the American dream.
Yeah, she is.
From nowhere to somebody.
Yeah, she is. And no disrespect to that. Now, my problems with this is listening to it, and this is, I think it's the problem. I think there's a disrespect going on. People feel disrespected because, you're put in the public's eye. You're supposed to do a job, and sometimes people don't agree with the way you do your job. Mm-hmm. It happens with entertainers. It happens with broadcasters. Not everybody's going to like you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily have a chip on your shoulder. Now, the problem I have with this rant that she did was it was on Memorial Day. On Monday, when we should be, remembering all that have fought for our country and passed for our country, she goes on a rant and talks about, I had it hard. I had a hard life. Not to say that you haven't, Michelle. We'll get into racism in a minute. But clearly with our country, that's tacky. It's really tacky. It's very tacky when we set a holiday aside for people that, sacrifice their family and their own lives for our country. And you're going to give us a speech of how hard you've had it when you've never served in the armed services before. That is so tacky on your part.
But Jeff, she's black. She struggled.
We'll talk about that.
She struggled.
What's the struggle? Talk about that on Black History Month. Not on Memorial Day. Come on. It's ridiculous. I mean, what is your 2 cents about that? You served our country, and thank you for that, Kris. But for someone to go and rant about how hard they had it on Memorial Day, what does that do to you as when you sacrificed your life, served in 2 wars for our country?
Here's, Memorial Day, not to get confused with Veterans Day, that's the time where we honor all those people that, paid the ultimate price.
Right.
Those people sacrificed their lives for us. And I did a column, and I will tweet it out. And it was a column remembering 10 of my fellow brothers and sister that served in the security forces, in the Air Force, under the security forces squadron. And if you look at it, a little background on security forces, we are the Army of the Air Force. So we had our first loss, which was a female.
Right.
She was killed in action. And then, I highlight the 10 security forces member that passed away, were killed in action. And the last 2 actually were killed because of a terrorist attack. They were killed of a terrorist attack. And here we have the First Lady that represents the United States, supposed to represent the United States.
Right.
And, I want to play it because we're talking here and I want to play it. So let's play that one. And it's about a minute, but I don't think we're going to hold the whole full minute. So here we go. And I want you to hear this, Jeff.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
Let's do it.
Is the TriCaster on?
Oh, here we go. Start it over. It's my bad. I was looking at the phone lines.
All right.
It is not going to be easy. It never is, especially for folks like you and me. There will be times, just like for those airmen, when you feel like folks look right past you. The world.
Here's the problem I have with that one.
All
she
right.
said, because she's at Tuskegee University.
Yeah.
And she's comparing herself to them. The current struggle that she's comparing right now. She's comparing it to the airmen, to the black airmen that, sacrificed their lives. And she just keeps going just a tad more.
All right.
Always see you in those caps and gowns. They won't know how hard you worked and how much you sacrificed to make it to this day. The countless hours you spent studying to get this diploma. The multiple jobs you worked to pay for school.
Here, Jeff.
Yeah.
I have 5 jobs.
You shouldn't tell that
I struggle.
The person from that employs you have 5 jobs.
I got 5 jobs.
I know that you have.
Under you. I do 5 different things under you.
Hey, I was like, what?
No. Because I'm here comparing her. I'm comparing her. I'm here. I have 5 different jobs.
Right.
Under this company. That is 5. It should be done by 5 different people. But I'm doing them all. I'm struggling. I'm paying for school. I'm a single parent. I'm struggling. But guess what? That just makes me a better person. You don't hear me bitch and moan about it. And you get just a tad little better.
You had to drive home and take care of your grandma. The evenings you gave up to volunteer at a food bank or organize a campus fundraiser. They don't know that part of you. Felt the sting of those daily slights throughout our entire lives. The folks who crossed the street in fear of their safety. The clerks who kept a close eye on us in all those department stores. The people at formal events who assumed we were the help. Those nagging worries that you're going to get stopped or pulled over for absolutely no reason. The realization that no matter how far you rise in life, how hard you work to be a good person, a good parent, a good citizen, for some folks, it will never be enough.
It will never be enough.
It will never be enough, Jeff. It will never be enough because it doesn't matter for her. It doesn't matter that in her eyes, it doesn't matter that you're black. What matters is that you struggle. Like, come on, lady. You can't do that. This is a commensurate speech. This is supposed to motivate them, not rile them up. Because what I did, I cut out the rile them up because she was like getting them all excited and like, yeah, black power, black power. No, that's not what you're supposed to be there. Hey, guys, you made it. Now your life begins. Now it's up to you to create your future. Forget about what people say. It's your job to create your future.
Well, the reality of it is, too, is, I mean, she brings up a good point. But I'm saying what she was saying probably wasn't the best day to do it on that holiday, you know, where we're honoring people that have fallen in our country. It's not the best time to do it. Yes, is there racism in the United States of America? Yes, there is. And to be a woman and to be black, that's two things that are against you, because even white women in corporate America get discriminated against every single day. They can barely get jobs in the corporate America because it's a man-driven society. It's so much harder. You know, it's funny, too, because I bring this up. She has valid points. All I'm agitated about that she did that on Monday, right? She could have done this on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we probably could have listened to it and go, you know what, you're right. But me and my wife are having this conversation, and this is why racism is still alive in the United States of America, especially in corporate America. My wife works for a huge company, and she told me she interviewed the first African-American since 2004, and she's interviewed a lot of people. So there's a process that goes through the line to get to my wife. You have to go through two other people. Tell me that's a problem. When someone is running the whole half of the United States, right?
Yeah.
For hiring. And since 2004, the last person that's got to her has been African American. That's a huge, huge problem. So when I hear Michelle, I agree with her. She's black and she's a woman, because hardly any women ever get through that process as well. So there is serious racism going on in the United States of America. And I bring that up because I told my wife, I said, was he a great candidate? And she said, yes. I said, you should hire him. You should hire him. Because the only change that we're going to see in America with racism, Chris, I think, is when we start making those decisions. Now, I want to hear Michelle Obama talk about the racism that I get as a parent because we decided to adopt a child from Haiti. When I get the sneers from black people that I have a black child, I get sneers and looks at them that I'm not capable of raising a black child. Is that racism? You talk about racism, let's talk about that. That's just the same racism. And I love everybody. I don't look at skin color. People are people. And that's what America has to start understanding is we are people. And racism has to be thrown out the door. I make changes. I make decisions. But you know what it takes? I can't talk to the other people that have a problem with skin color. You know what? But I'm all for people advancing. Doesn't matter what their skin color is. It doesn't. Or woman, man, whatever. It's just ridiculous to me that people have this chip on the shoulder and they have to bitch and moan about it. Just go out there and do it. Go out there and change. And, you know, Obama family, props to you for doing it. You made it to the White House. Just run our damn country the right way. That's all I care about it.
Yeah, I'm going to actually disagree with you.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's racism as they are highlighting it. Yes, there is racism. I agree with that. But I don't think the way that they're highlighting, like, oh my God, I can't walk across the street before somebody gives me that look and runs away, does not feel safe. Or I can't drive because a cop is going to pull me over or it's going to kill me. No. But here's another clip. I watched the C.K. Lewis season finale for SNL.
Okay.
Saturday Night Live. And I agree with him. There's still racism, but not as bad as the 70s. I was born in 89. So I'm not part of that 70s crowd or the civil rights movement or nothing like that. I would never experience racism. My mother experienced racism when she was in high school.
Yeah.
You know, she did. And here I want to play this because a comedian is allowed to talk about the stuff a normal person can't talk about and not get in trouble. Because this
sometimes.
is edgy. This is edgy.
Yeah,
well,
sometimes.
It's not like Kramer. Kramer kind of crossed the line.
Well, Gilbert Godfrey too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This, C.K. Lewis is amazing.
All right,
So let's listen to this one.
I grew up in the 70s, so I'm not racist. However, I do have mild racism. It's the best I could do coming out of the 70s because that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, like, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you? So I have mild racism. It's benign. It's not aggressive. It's not even negative racism. It's mild racism. I'll give you an example. Okay, like if I go to a pizza place I've never been to before, and it's run by 4 black women, I'll go like, See, it's very mild. It's extremely mild racism. I'll notice that. Yeah. You don't usually see that, 4 black women running a pizza place.
That's true.
Unless it's called 4 Black Girls Pizza or something like that. Like, that's the whole point of the place. It's mild. Here's another example of mild racism. If I say I'm in a hospital and the doctor comes in to treat me and the doctor's from China or India, I'll think, well, good. Good, more of that. Why not?
And here's
mild
the
racism.
best one right
Here's
here.
another example. If I'm in a gas station late at night and a young man comes in wearing a hooded sweatshirt, if he's white, I'll think, oh, he's an athlete. If he's black, unless he has a big smile on his face, then I become mildly racist, and this is what I think. I think, that's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's gonna happen. No, of course I'm fine. Why did I even think that for a second?
But you know what? I it's funny that he can bring that stuff up. And
It makes you think.
It makes you think, but also, and I think everybody's guilty of that to some degree.
Yes.
But I get freaked out when I see a white guy walking into a place with a hooded sweatshirt that's all thugged out. They're just as much as a problem sometimes as, than an African-American or even a Spanish person at them or Asian.
Well, I think that what the point that C.K. Lewis was trying to bring was that, we all do that. And out of all those situations, I 100% agree with him. I will go and say, huh. But I will not say it on a bad way. I'll say, huh. I'm proud of that person. Like, huh. They really made it. And that's what I'm trying to come out of this conversation is if we're going to talk about racism, talk about the real racism, which is not that hard. Is compared to the 1970s, it's not there. Yes, it's there a little bit, but it's not as you don't see a white person go out here in Lakeland like we talked about 2 weeks ago, where Lakeland was where KKKs were literally outside this door during the 70s.
But it's easy for us. I mean, you are Hispanic, I'm Caucasian. I don't know. I'm a mix of a bit of Scottish and Cherokee Indian. So I'm a mixed, but I'm known as a Caucasian. But I think it would probably having a black perspective, on this would probably be the right thing because we don't know exactly what they go through. I say that because I talk to my wife all the time. She's a woman and higher up corporate America.
Yeah.
And she, as a woman, you get discriminated against. And for case in point, for instance, she they got bought out by a company, so she has to like travel a lot and take phone calls at 7:00 at night. But she was saying the other counterparts, they're 3 other men, but they have stay-at-home mommies.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just have to shuffle. But the reality of our household, we both work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a
I
stereotype.
don't think you call this work, just to let you know.
Well, it is work because a lot of this is the fun part of work.
This is fun part of
But
work,
the
yes.
back end stuff,
No.
not fun. Okay? And growing a brand new company is a lot of hard work.
Yes.
So being discriminated against happens a lot. And I can't speak for a black man or a black woman in the world today. I can't. But it starts with not having a chip on your shoulder because you know what? Not probably, it sounds funny, but I experience it because I have a black child. And sometimes I get looked upon like this smirk on my face that I adopted a kid that has not the same skin color. Or, 4-year-olds or 3-year-olds, they're so innocent. I drop my son Marvin goes to pre-K, and then I hear little kids go, why is Marvin's daddy white? And the whole explanation has to happen about adoption. So I can understand that. So let me, before we get to the next story, I'm going to grab Matt Baxter on the phone here. Matt, you there?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Matt, how you doing? I got your text message, man. We missed you on the show. I'm sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, that's real rough, man.
Were you really close to your dad?
Man, me and my dad were like twins, man, practically.
Really? So what happened?
He died of cancer from Agent Orange. He was like a Vietnam helicopter gunner and stuff. So he dealt with Agent Orange a lot apparently, and boy,
Yeah.
that cancer just got him big time.
Wow. I'm sorry, Matt. That's horrible. I don't know if you heard, but we're talking about the Obamas, and on a day we were supposed to remember people like your father that served our country and fought for the country, and honor people's deaths that died fighting for our cause. Michelle Obama talks about how it's hard to be a black woman and advancing in the United States. It's sad. It's really sad because it's disrespectful for all the people that have served our country and died fighting for our country. So you want to stay on the line and listen to the show, or what do you want to do?
I'd like to give a shout out to all the servicemen and women and all that kind of stuff that are serving right now. And I like to practically say if any of my relatives are listening to your show, or somebody is, that I said hi and all that kind of stuff.
Great, man. I'm going to put you on hold if you want to just sit and listen to the show, because I know you don't have any internets out there. So you want to just sit on hold and listen to the show? You want to do that?
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Chris, we have, how are we going to split it up today? I mean, should we go to break now? I mean, we got 2 breaks that we need to do.
We could go one and
we'll go one more story and then go to the first
break.
We
got.
Okay, so let's scroll down here real quick. Probably talk about it. I know Chris probably won't interject on this, but the NBA Finals are set. The Cleveland Cavaliers advanced 2 nights ago. Last night, the Golden State Warriors advanced. It should be a really interesting NBA Finals. I got to say, LeBron James hype, I was really pissed off at him when he left Cleveland because in the NBA, smaller market teams seem to get the short end of the stick because agents basically tell their players, hey, you need to be in a bigger marketing team so you can get more endorsement deals. You need to be in New York. You need to be in LA. You need to be in Miami. You need to be in these bigger cities. And when he did that, I just what a slap in the face to that city. But for him coming back was amazing for that city and for him because he's literally all season long has carried that team on his back, which makes him an amazing player. And he could probably go down as one of the all-time great small forwards that ever played the game. But Golden State Warriors, they are an amazing team. You've got Steph Curry, the MVP of the season, who is a born-again Christian and is straight ministering in the locker room.
That's awesome.
24/7.
Wow, that's awesome.
Class act.
That's awesome.
So if you're not a fan of the NBA Finals, I think it will be interesting on fronts because you got Golden State, who hasn't been in the finals for 30 years. And you have a city, Cleveland, that hasn't won a championship in any sports since the 1940s or 50s. I might be wrong on that. It's the 40s or 50s. They haven't won anything. So it's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that. I'll be probably talking about it, but this is when I actually like watching basketball during the NBA Finals and the playoffs. But it's such a great year because you don't have a dominating team stacked full of talent. You have these two squads that you wouldn't expect made it to the NBA Finals. So it's a lot of fun.
So who are you going for?
Either or. I'm just going to watch as a fan. And
fan of the game, not of the team.
Yeah. I'm an Orlando Magic fan, which is very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard. And I say that for small market teams. But I'm going to watch and just enjoy it. But, I want to see Golden State win because Steph Curry, he's, an amazing man. But I really, for the city of Cleveland, I think it would be great for them and LeBron to bring home that championship to the city of Cleveland. I think it would be amazing.
You think so?
Yeah, I would love to be in that city when that happened. I mean, San Francisco area, I mean, they had a few years ago, their baseball team won the World Series. They've had the San Francisco 49ers, so they've experienced a taste of it. But come on, Cleveland needs this,
That's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun watching. I probably can't. That's what I love about the internet, man. I love doing these shows because I don't have to sit in front of the television and watch games for 2.5 hours. I can just like last night I fell asleep. I watched the Houston and Golden State game. I watched the highlights. I go, Golden State won. I go, yep. All right, awesome, great,
good.
So
good.
All right, we're good for break.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to this break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the floods in Texas and a couple other current events going on in the world, and then we're going to get to our guest here on the Jeff Adams Show.
All right.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
They're good. They're very funny.
They're hilarious. They just be whoever they want to be.
It's just really funny.
They just want to be famous all the time, and they don't have a lick of talent in their body. They're cluttering the space. It's just too much. Dadgummit. Yes, I said dadgummit on the microphone. I'm just so over it. I don't know. And then you have the whole women. The only way they get on social media is they show their breasts or their buttocks or looking to seduce you on the internet. For crying out loud. Get a talent. Learn how to broadcast.
It's the Jeff Adams Show.
Joycaster, your content everywhere. Go to joycaster.co and sign up for a free 30-day trial using promo code JAFREE. Joycaster, your content everywhere, baby.
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Do you like to talk? You want to do radio? Well, go to Blog Talk Radio, official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show. Blog Talk Radio is a web-based platform that allows podcasters like you and talk show hosts like you to create live on-demand format content for distribution. blogtalkradio.com.
Oh, you're kidding me. Right on. Yeah.
Call now to win.
No prizes here. Just call already. 818-927-6205. Yes, and we're back. I feel really bad. I wasted 25 minutes talking about the Obamas.
I know. You did. But it's okay, though.
Like, people don't get that enough.
I know, right?
So anyways, you guys, obviously the floods in Texas.
Yeah, really sad.
It's really sad. And our man, Al Sharpton, says, what did he say? What did he say? What did this guy say about the floods?
All right, so this is what this guy said, and it's pretty stupid when it comes, and I'm gonna put it Actually, I'm going to put the camera on you because it looks better on you.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to read it out to you right now. And,
All right.
He goes, question of the day. Do you think that Texas flooding is related to climate control or God's rebuke?
Call 87.
Or tweet me your thoughts. Come on, bro. Are you serious?
God's wrath.
God's wrath? Come on.
I didn't know God spoke through Al Sharpton.
I didn't know that either, bro. Well, he's the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Oh, he's a reverend.
He's a reverend. So you got to get that right. He's Reverend.
You know what
Al
I hate
Sharpton.
is like when people say there's been earthquakes, and not to discredit God because I'm not doing that, but there's been earthquakes, there's been floods, there's been lightning from the sky, there's been deaths since the beginning of the world.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden?
Well, okay, hold on. I want to coach and teach the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Okay.
Reverend, you call yourself a Reverend of God. If you read the Bible after the flood that God brought from Noah and he told Noah, get the ark. And what was his promise at the end with the rainbow? He will not do that again.
But he has.
But no.
Not the world.
No.
Cities? Tell Houston that right now.
I don't know. I think I was just a tab wrong. And I want to play that video that we found, which is amazing. Not for the family.
All right, go ahead.
Not for the family. But it is, and we could probably talk over it.
Oh no!
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So right now, this is in Texas. It's actually on yesterday. The water broke in the house, and 911 could not get to them. It is so sad.
Al Sharpton, it was the wrath of God.
Yeah, Al Sharpton, here's God. He's your God. I don't know what kind of God he prays to, but here's his God right here.
This guy had a sexual addiction, so the wrath of God came down.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. And there's another one here, and this one I think is much better.
Oh, yeah.
And then
this footage is Austin, Texas.
Yeah, it is. It's Austin, Texas. And look at this floodings.
But you know
Golly.
what? You know, our guests can appreciate this. I see the flooding, but I think the cinematic views here are absolutely amazing.
I was going to tell the guys, I was like, hey, guys, you might want to use this for your footage, you know. Go find this drone. I don't know if it was a drone or not.
Yeah, it looks like
it looks like a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about the technology. Look at that. It's amazing. It's like 4K quality right now.
That's not 4K. It's, 1080 HD.
Yeah. All right, cool. Don't be embarrassing me in front of the guests.
I hope you're not selling TVs, 4K TVs.
Shh. You're embarrassing me in front of the guests. What are you doing? But it's awesome. It's awesome footage. Oh man, it's just really sad to see. Our prayers goes to Texas. There's still more rain. I was listening to their forecast. Rain for the entire week. Actually, theme parks are closed. Theme parks are underwater.
Really?
The Six Flags is underwater.
What did you say? Six Fags?
The Six.
Man, you're racist.
The Six Flags is underwater. God, again, embarrassing me in front of the guests. This is not cool, bro. This is not cool. These guys are probably thinking like, damn, these guys are racist. These guys are homophobes.
Talking about God.
These guys are religious. What did I get myself into? Oh, man.
Well, you know what? I'll let you set this interview up. I mean, I literally, as of 2 days ago, you told me this was happening. So I scrambled. This is the Jeff Adams show. I got to say, before you set them up and introduce them, I watched the first episode driving home, which was very difficult to do because I about ran into two walls at the same time because I was so hooked. I was hooked at this program.
You're not supposed to do that.
And then I pulled in the driveway. I started episode 2, but all hell was breaking loose at my house. Flooding, mass flooding, the wrath of God, stuff happening. I could not finish to watch. But I was exhausted last night. I was going to go, you know what? I'm going to watch this. And I fell asleep. But with that, I'll let you introduce his guest, and we'll get right to it, man. I'm excited to talk about it.
I'm excited about it, too. So today, I don't know how I found him, so don't tell him that. But it's we're having Ryan Hellquist. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, and I like Dan Est. This guy's right here created an amazing web series called L.A. Macabre. Macabre. There we go. All right, so here's them right here, and here we go. Hey guys.
Rise and shine, guys. Rise and shine.
Wake up, because they are actually in the West Coast. One more time. This show, believe it or not, this show has more guests on the West Coast than on the East Coast.
Because West is the best.
Oh, golly. So here we go. We got Ryan in the house. He is to your stage right. No, I don't know. I don't know anything about stages. And we got Daniel. Daniel's. And guys, I just wanna give you guys mad props when it comes to this web series. Golly, talk about 10 minutes. The first pilot episode is 10 minutes long, and I was literally where Jeff is sitting. I was like, "Who is she? What is going on? What is in that bucket? What is inside?" Oh, and good on you guys for doing that. At the end, you find the little barrel, and you set it out. You set that out pretty good. I was like, wow. So we have Ryan. I see here. Before we talk about this movie, I see you're a superhero, and I'm supposed to call you Captain. What's up with that?
Yeah. Well, I started this organization called Super Friends about a year ago, and unfortunately I can't use that name anymore legally, so I have to figure out a new name for it. But
Wonder Twins. Use Wonder Twins.
Okay. There you go. But
activate.
It's an organization that does good in the community, and we partner with a lot of nonprofits, and I just want to empower everybody to be their own superhero. So that's all.
That's awesome. All right, so let's get to the meat ingredient of this awesome TV series, web series. Now, what do you guys call it? Web series or TV series?
It's technically, I guess we would call it a digital series, because the term web series is becoming frowned upon. And I think with Netflix and Hulu and Crackle, the idea of a web series, something that isn't made for television but is accessed through the internet, is kind of, the lines are being blurred. So things like technically House of Cards could be a web series.
Yeah.
So now people are calling it digital TV or digital series.
Streaming series?
Yes, maybe streaming series.
Yeah.
I tend to call it either a web series or a digital series when I tell people about it.
Well, I think Spider-Man has a web series. Locked up, yeah.
He probably does.
East Coast jokes, brother.
So, guys, here I see you guys had a very interesting first season, because from what I could see here, you guys had a small crew. You guys had a 3-person crew at most, which I like that. A 4-person cast with a guest star, and you guys had a shoestring budget. So tell me how you guys overcame that, because right now the future, like we talked on the pre-show, the future is TV is dead. Like a normal TV series, that's dead. NBC, ABC, those things are dead. What's cashing on right now is Netflix, Hulu, YouTube web series. Especially when we were in Vegas a month ago, we covered the International Academy Awards TV show, something like that. AATV?
Yeah, the IAW TV Awards. I was there.
Okay, so we covered that.
Did we interview you?
No. You might have interviewed our producer Dave Shatnoff was walking the carpet with Shilpi Roy of Hipsterhood, who presented an award.
So you guys,
I went straight to the bar.
Yeah, you guys just completely saw that long line. You just said, "I'm not doing this."
I skipped it and I went and got a glass of wine.
How come you didn't grab me? I was all the way at the end. I did how many interviews did I do?
128.
128 interviews. My Lord, you should have grabbed me.
Me out, man. I try to dodge around them if I can help it, but it's not good for PR. But
So how did you guys get this awesome idea? I got to tell you, we get I find a lot of things online, and I'm like, okay, well, let me do my homework and find out about this series. But I'm not exaggerating this. I was completely amazed. The thought and the creativity went into this project that my wife goes out of town for 4 days, so I'm very excited for her to go out of town so I can just veg on this thing and just watch uninterrupted. So how did you guys come up with this idea, and how did you guys, like what Kris was saying with the budget, pull it all in?
Well, I came up with the idea when I was reading the book Helter Skelter, which was about the Manson family and the trial. And it just scared the crap out of me. And I would just be reading it on my couch at 1 a.m. And the notion of people just breaking into your house and moving things around to mess with your head just freaked me out. And there were already 2 Helter Skelter movies. There wasn't really any notion to adapt it. but to kind of co-opt the scarier ideas of the book and make them kind of update them and make them relatable to a new audience was kind of what we were going for. And I mean, the way we pulled it off on a shoestring is our cast, you know, Ryan and the rest of the cast, and myself and David, our producer, and Austin Smoke, our director of photography. We all did this on weekends for free over 9 months whenever we could get to it. And instead of kind of shooting it one episode at a time, the way I think some web series do, we shot the entire thing, the whole 100-page script, and then released it 1 week at a time, so that it could be serialized, you know, and not like have there be months in between each episode.
So did you hook up with Ryan because he has free Coors Light going on?
Yeah, that was the stipulation. We weren't going to cast him, but
then I came in with that Coors Light case. And it's like, oh, this guy's a fun guy.
Ryan,
get him.
Actually, Ryan was the hardest role to cast, and it was really weird that
the character's name is Ryan, also.
Yes, so Ryan and Ryan. It took us the longest to find him, and I'm so glad that we did because, I mean, he brings so much heart to the character that is essentially the audience surrogate, and you know, he's kind of always telling you, you guys are crazy, stop doing that, and it would be an easy character to dislike, but he makes him really likable and relatable.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
It's funny because when I was looking at Ryan's email, Ryan, your signature is pretty intense, bro. You got like 50,000 pictures at the bottom, and when I saw the pictures, I was like, I seen this guy. And then Jeff was like, well, yeah, he probably was at the awards. I'm like, no. Like, I seen him before on real TV, you know, like on a normal TV. And he's like, well, I don't know who he is. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm seeing. So I went to your website and I saw the course. I was like, there it is. Right, that's the guy. That's the guy that brings the Coors Light. He's the party guy. So we need to have him. You know, it's gonna be fun. Now here, I see that you guys are launching season 2, which, golly, that is awesome. And before we get to you guys, I want to play the trailer, the teaser, because, and I want you guys to tell me, you know, a little bit of highlights, and then because you guys are here for a reason, and we love helping startup. So let's play this clip, and then let's watch this because it's pretty intense.
Jamie, we're home. Jamie? Jamie?
Jamie?
What?
Jamie?
Jamie! Jamie! Call the cops. Jamie! You know what freaked me out about that was when that was going on. You talk about weird. We had that show a couple of weird something in our thing. Literally when that started, you know, because we have this train that goes right behind
I was just
the
about
studio.
to say that.
It started shaking at the same time, and then you looked back. You looked behind you guys like something was behind you.
It was like a cat or something.
That was freaky.
That was.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on in the studio? So guys, what is happening in season 2?
Well, we have to get into light spoilers, unfortunately for you, Jeff.
It's fine. Okay, before we get to the spoiler, how far back are we? Like you season 1 is done, and that was done. When was the last episode that you aired?
We aired episode 11 like mid-January
Of this year.
So we released episodes once a week starting in the middle of October, and we finished in mid-January. And now we are raising funds for season 2, which we hope to shoot in August, September-ish, you know.
Of this year.
And I should clarify too, I think a lot of web series, they'll do one season and they'll be like, oh, that was kind of cool, let's do another season. I want to make this clear, this whole story was always meant to be, 3 seasons. And there's an arc to it and there's a story, and so the second season isn't like, oh, that was fun, let's do another one. It's like, no, we need to continue this story. So that's what's really exciting about season 2 is
Yeah, it picks up the moment season 1 ends and just keeps going, and we're not making it up as we go. Like, there are hints to what's happening even in the first episode of season 1, that will not even fully realize itself until, episode 30. So
I noticed, I saw Facebook before we literally went on the air. I saw an episode, I saw a post. Did you guys hit, I think it was 20% already of your...
25 last night.
25% last night.
25% of, yeah. And how much are you trying to raise?
We're trying to raise $65,000.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad.
It's not bad, but it's a scary number for us because, we made the first season for about 9 and never had all that money all at once. It was always because it took almost a year to make the show. It kind of trickled in and we got to it when we could.
My question on the $9,000 is whose credit card was that?
So where can they go to support? Because just to let you guys know, I kind of like the idea. I love supporting stuff like this, and it looks like I'll be on the 100 bracket of the backers because I want some cool presents that I saw it in there.
That's sweet, thank you.
So where can they find this? And because you guys have prices, you guys have special gifts as the brackets goes up of donations. So where can they go for this stuff?
LAMacabre.com, right there on the screen, will get you right to our Kickstarter page and has all the perks listed for season 2 and what you can get out of the Kickstarter.
There's a lot of cool stuff in there. You can get early access to season 2 before anybody else sees it, and it's a mystery kind of spoilery show. So getting that information first is probably better than having somebody else spoil it for you. There are just brackets for kind of every income. We're even looking for people who want to drop in $5-10 grand if they want an executive producer credit on a web series.
I'm not there yet, guys. Give me a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Give me
Well, neither are we. But there's kind of everything in there. For the $100 bracket, if you live in Los Angeles or if you're willing to come visit, you can be an extra in a scene. For $200, you can be an associate producer. Like, there are just all sorts of really cool perks along the way.
Our crowdfunding campaign coach, he's offered a coaching, but is that still available?
Yeah.
There's like 1 or 2
There are a
left?
few of those left, yeah. Limited
for $100, you can get a consultation with him, and he's really good. So
yeah,
if anybody else is out there doing a crowdfunding soon or any time that they want to do it, like, this is a good guy to talk to. So
yeah, it's a great perk to grab because we wouldn't stand even the slightest chance at raising this budget without his help.
Yeah, before I go and I send it to Jeff, the reason I'm doing the $100 is because I want to send you guys a picture, and I want to be part of the case. So,
you can be in the files?
Yeah,
yes, that is the only reason I want to be part of that. So, Jeff, I'm going to finish this off, and
yeah, I'm getting barked out about a break before we got to go, guys. My idea is this: you take this series part 3, and literally, I wore a green chroma key shirt today. So you guys can take this and you can make me muscular and post. And I can be more attractive, maybe put some hair on top of my head at the end of the day. But you could put like these web broadcasters into the show and some kind of murder happens or something. I'm just saying. Just throwing some ideas out there.
The way the show is kind of built into the media space, it's not entirely, implausible.
Yeah.
So.
We've done a podcast before in character. That was interesting. So there's definitely ways to incorporate that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because it's interesting from my part because people say, "Who the hell is this? And how is he doing it?" So to twist it even more and mess with people's minds is you throw the kink in there, and then I am in a web series. There you go. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to love this series. I'm probably going to donate money to myself.
Awesome.
Thanks for guys. I know it was hard to get up. I know you're creative like myself. It's hard to get up in the mornings, but thank you for taking time and joining the show today. And we got to go to quick break, and we'll also keep us updated on the Kickstarter as well, and we'll keep pushing on our end as well. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's amazing.
All right, thank you. Oh, boy. Looks like we have a vandal. That's not good. Vandals are not good. But I guess this vandal's pretty good because he's tagging the JeffAdamsShow.tv all over the wall there. But hey, man, if you're bored, come check us out at JeffAdamsShow.tv. It helps us stay afloat so we can stay on the air. Go to the JeffAdamsShow.tv. Lots of blogs, updates, those type of things there at the website. You can watch all the shows on demand or listen there. Don't want to see our ugly faces? You can listen there at the JeffAdamsShow.tv. So check us out. Please support us. It's so important that you come to the website, the JeffAdamsShow.tv. I hardly ever brag about companies, but this company right here is an official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show. StreamSpot, our back end for our video content. StreamSpot. They saved us months ago. Glenn Beck picked up one of our stories. They provided excellent service for us. Go check them out. StreamSpot.com at StreamSpot, official sponsor of the Jeff Adams Show.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It is the best station.
Listen to J.A. Creative.
Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
They're just hilarious. Great show. Good show. My favorite show.
Melissa, how you doing?
Great. So let's talk about breastfeeding them.
Did you know that Kris likes chocolate milk?
Wow. Anyways,
What do you think about breastfeeding, Matt?
No comment.
Wow.
Jeff Adams Show.
Yes. Golly.
That was good.
All right, man.
That was really good.
Dadgummit. You know what? There's a sense of jealousy for me. I don't know. I shouldn't say jealousy. I love where I live. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I know where you're getting at.
But
I know where you're getting
a lot
at.
of people hate LA, but as a creative, it's the best
I live there.
place you can possibly live as a creative.
Yeah.
And I just miss it. I got to get back out there. I just love the hustle and bustle of it all out there in LA. And man, I hope those guys just knock it out of the park.
Yes.
I mean, they deserve it. I mean, it's such a great digital series.
Yes.
I was about to say web series, but they corrected us on that.
That's good.
Digital series. Yeah. I'm a fan. And dude, thanks for turning me on to that because
yeah, make sure you guys support.
Yes.
You know, watch it. The series, you can watch it on YouTube. That's one thing I forgot to ask them where you can watch it. You guys can watch it. We'll put all this information on the
well, we can have them back once they hit their goal.
Yeah, once they hit
the
goal. Yeah.
And, they'll probably ink a deal with somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I bet you they're going to find one of those hard donors, and it's going to give them the money, and they're going to make it, and they're going to make it. Oh, it's going to be good. But right here, guys, $5, $2, $1, anything helps them out. We got to help them out because they're literally doing what we're doing. They're a small company trying to make it big.
Yeah, they're gonna go places, man. You know what? And I forgot to tell them that. I mean, most people know that I worked in the music industry for 22 years.
Yeah.
And I can evaluate talent really well. I mean, I was successful. I did it. But when you see people and there's certain people you can see that are destined to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And those guys got it.
Yeah.
They have it.
Well, think about it. $9,000 budget, 4 crew, 5 cast.
Yeah.
And they made it with literally an amazing the production. You would not think that the production of season 1 is a $9,000 budget. You will not think it because it's so high quality, is well done. It's literally, if you watch Paranormal Activity, movies like that, like first person movies, you are gonna love this.
It's fantastic, man. Those guys are gonna go places, and hopefully they remember that interview that we just did. So when they do make it big, they can come back on the show and boost our ratings.
Yeah.
Speaking of ratings, I thought this was interesting. I went to I got to scroll back up here because we were going all over the place. But the top talkers, the Heavy 100, and let me pull up my website too. I got to get prepared. Talkers.com actually. They did the top 100. The interesting thing about this, Chris, scrolling through there today, is I went through the top 100, and there's a lot of talk shows, and a lot of this is based on a lot of terrestrial deals, syndication deals, FM, AM deals, but they're this is just a weird time being a broadcaster right now. If you're in the terrestrial world, you're doing streaming, you're doing internet video. So, but a lot of these guys are still heavy hitters in the terrestrial world, making money. So I thought we would go through some of these, the interesting list of these talkers.
So how you want to do it? Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you want to start at number 25 and then work our way up to number 1?
Yeah. I mean, I just, let's go. We'll start with 1.
We'll start with 1.
Is for 1 is I don't know if you got his picture. Rush is still number 1, which is to me is amazing. That he's still there at number 1.
He's there for a long shot too. It's not like number 2 can take his spot. He's there for a lot. Like his numbers are way big.
Yeah, he's still a big deal. So we got to move faster. Sean Hannity, obviously, I know who Dave Ramsey. I met Dave many times in Nashville at different events, and he's a believer. So that's fantastic. Glenn, which is shocking, he's at number 5. I thought he'd be up a little bit higher than. Excuse me, I don't even know who Michael Savage is at number 4. And then Mark, I've heard of Mark's stuff. Howard Stern would probably be up there a little bit more if he didn't leave terrestrial radio, I think.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing that he's still number 7 and on satellite radio for subscription base. That's pretty,
exactly.
That's impressive.
Yeah, because actually people are paying for that.
Yes. That's impressive. He'd probably be in the number 1 slot if he was in terrestrial. I'm just saying. And we're scrolling down. Don't know who you are. Don't know who you are. What's the other one?
24.
24. Dana, who is actually on the Blaze.
Yeah. It's interesting because she's on a different network.
Yeah.
She has the Blaze TV, but on the radio, she's on the Radio America.
Yeah, and Glenn's on Premiere.
Yeah.
Premiere, yeah. So there you go. And then we have Bubba Love Sponge. Never met him. I'm very familiar with him. I remember his days in XL 106.7 when I was a teenager. He had the nights. He had No Panties Wednesday nights or whatever. And then he blew up.
So was panties, the panties were optional?
I guess. I don't know what it was. But he's still kicking it, and he's at number 25. And the crazy thing about it is, there was a big, I think The Bone in Tampa, Florida, big talk radio format. They booted him off because he caused so much problems. But this guy doesn't stop. I've kind of watched this beef that he has with people, and he has beef with this guy who used to be one of his interns that does the morning show on The Bone now. And Bubba is destined to take him out. I mean, they call each other's shows, and Bubba just harasses him. And the guy goes, "You're a has-been. You're a has-been." But for someone being a has-been, he's still number 25, and I don't see this guy that's doing the morning show at The Bone anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as a fan of talk radio. I'm not saying a disrespect to the guy, the morning guy.
The guy who does it right now,
Yeah. It's no disrespect. I'm not, calling the guy out because, your ratings are probably better than our ratings at this point. So it's not that. It's just like the guy is freaking 25 for crying out loud. All right, who else do we have that we were familiar with?
That was it.
Did we have the Monsters? Did you get to grab the Monsters?
No, I did not. No.
Yeah, the Monsters were, I think, 55. They're in Orlando, Florida, which, I interviewed Tom and Dan from the Tom and Dan show. They're they came from that show, and it was amazing to me that the Monsters are number 55 in the Orlando market still. This is a national numbers.
Yeah, and then
that's pretty impressive.
Bossy tells us right now that Dana, number 24, you could hear her replay at 96.5. So it's interesting that she's actually here in because I know Glenn streams through Tampa, and when I'm not in Tampa, so I can't even hear him where I'm from. But it's just interesting,
Well, you can hear Glenn anywhere. You turn in the IAM dial, you can punch in Glenn.
Yeah,
you can find him in Orlando.
Well, I don't want to do that. I got my phone.
Right, but if you're,
you
know what I'm saying? You can on terrestrial dials, you can find him anywhere. But I was still impressed about the fact that Bubba. I think Bubba's got a couple terrestrial deals still left, but Bubba, the fact that he's where he's at, and Howard Stern. I think Howard Stern probably number 1 if he didn't leave terrestrial radio. But, man, number 7 for subscription base. That's how much power that guy has.
Yeah, that's amazing because if you think about it, that's XM radio. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
XM radio is not cheap.
That's I'm curious. What if Glenn Beck pulled the plug on his terrestrial deals? Where would he fall in that 100 category? That would show us where his real power is.
Yeah.
Really. If he just pulled the plug on the whole terrestrial thing, which I wouldn't recommend by any means. But, yeah, man, dude, hopefully one day we can make that list.
Yeah.
Or when I'm dead.
We're submitting the show for the
or when
TV awards.
When I'm dead and gone, you can make the list.
Yeah.
Either or.
What a fun Friday show.
It's a fun Thursday show, Friday.
Yeah.
But it's Thursday on a Friday, Friday on a Thursday.
Yeah, I love it. It was fun.
Yeah, I had a blast too, man. It was a hoot. But man, thanks for setting up that interview, man. I really enjoyed that. I can't wait to watch the rest of that series. It's gonna be fun. And I got a lot of friends that do independent films. I do, and I watch them all. But this one just grabbed me.
Yeah,
it's really
good.
It grabbed me pretty
really
quick.
Good.
It's better than anything I've seen on Netflix. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's really.
I'm just saying. And I rarely say that. I'm a big fan of good series, and I got hooked in The Lost and all these other series. But man, I can't wait. I'm excited about watching it. So guys, thanks for hanging out here at the Jeff Adams Show. You guys have a safe weekend.
We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
That's right. Wednesday of next week.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday, you're picking up your
my son.
Your son.
Yeah.
So we'll see your son soon. And we'll be back streaming live Wednesday and Thursday of next week. I'm going to take Monday and Tuesday and do some more stuff here in the studio, do some admin work. And we'll see you next Wednesday here at the JeffAdamsShow.tv.